Hola, buenos días. Hoy vamos a repasar todo para el primer examen. Today we're going to review everything for the first exam. Primero vamos a ver la geografía del mundo hispano. First, let's take a look at the geography of the Spanish-speaking world. ¿Te acuerdas de las capitales? Do you remember the capitals? Vamos a ver, España es, see if you can get it first. España, Madrid. Madrid. México, DF. DF. Remember, you can say la Ciudad de México, but if you hear anybody in Mexico saying, soy de DF, that means they are from Mexico City, the capital. It means Distrito Federal, which is like our DC. So DF es la capital de México. Guatemala, Ciudad de Guatemala. Honduras, Tegucigalpa. Tegucigalpa. Nicaragua, Managua. Managua. El Salvador, San Salvador. San Salvador. Costa Rica. Costa Rica, San José. San José. Panamá. Ciudad de Panamá. Panamá, Panamá. Cuba. La Habana. La Habana. La República Dominicana. Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo. Puerto Rico. San Juan. San Juan. Colombia. Bogotá. Bogotá. Venezuela, Caracas. Caracas. Ecuador, Quito. Quito. Perú, Lima. Lima. Bolivia, La Paz. La Paz. Paraguay, Asunción. Asunción. Uruguay, Montevideo. Montevideo. Chile, Santiago de Chile. Santiago de Chile. Argentina, Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. Ahora, ¿dónde se encuentran estos países? Vamos a ver el mapa. Let's take a look at the map. Primero, ¿dónde se encuentra México? Where is Mexico located? Justo aquí, to the south of the United States, México. Aquí hay Estados Unidos y México. Sorry, México. Okay, vamos a ver el Caribe. El Caribe, the Caribbean. Este país aquí es Cuba. Y aquí República Dominicana. Y esta isla pequeñita, this tiny little island, es Puerto Rico. Vamos a ver América Central. Let's take a look at Central America. Aquí hay Guatemala. Y aquí, Honduras. And this little country here is El Salvador. Aquí, Nicaragua. Costa Rica. Panamá. That's okay. Ahora, Sudamérica, South America. Venezuela. Colombia. Ecuador. Perú. Bolivia. Chile. Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay. There we go. Chile, Bolivia, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay. And this country here is in the wrong spot. It should be up over here to the east. But which country is this? This is España. Okay, so for the test, you need to know the capitals and you need to know where to find the countries on the map. When we come back, we'll do the alphabet. We'll review the alphabet. Now let's say the alphabet together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Muy bien. Now see if you can do it a little faster. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Practice that. Okay, the vowel sounds we remember is A, E, I, O, U. Repite. A, E, I, O, U. Muy bien. Ahora, I'm going to spell a word. I want you to write the letters that you hear. Escribe las letras que yo digo. Okay. Número 1. G, A, T, O. G, A, T, O. It's a word we know. G, A, T, O. Gato. Muy bien. Fantástico. Segunda palabra. P, A, J, A, R, O. Did you guess which animal it is? P, A, J, A, R, O. With an accent there. Pájaro. That means bird. Cat, bird. Okay. Next word. M, O, N, O. That's an easy one to spell. M, O, N, O. It means monkey. Okay. Otro animal, another animal. T. Oh, perdón. T, I, G, R, E. Did you guess the animal? T, I, G, R, E. Tigre, a tiger. Okay, y la última, the last one, la última. E, L, E, F, A, N, T, E. Lots of A's in that one. E, L, E, F, A, N, T, E. Elefante. Muy bien. Okay. Let's review the days of the week. Let's say them together. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Now, can you say them quicker? Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Now, can you write those days? Take a minute and write them. Okay, we start with Monday, remember? Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. ¿Qué día es hoy? What day is today? Hoy es lunes. El examen es el jueves. The exam is on Thursday. Notice you don't always have to capitalize the days of the week in Spanish. That's another thing to point out. And then if you want to say you do something every Tuesday, every Thursday, it's tengo clase los martes y los jueves. Okay? So practice writing out the days of the week until you can get them by memory. Okay, next we're going to do the verb ser. Okay, remember we conjugated our first verb a couple days ago. The verb was ser. So let's conjugate that verb, ser. What are the 6 forms that we need to know for conjugating a verb? I is yo. You are tú. He, él, she, ella. There's an accent over the L. Usted, which is abbreviated like that, is the 3rd form. 4th form is nosotros o nosotras. We. Vosotros. Vosotras. Remember, this is what they use in Spain to talk to a group informally. And then ellos, ellas, all female they, and ustedes, plural, ustedes. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 never changes for the verbs. The subject pronouns never change. What changes is the verb. And the verb to be, ser, changes to soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Soy, repite, soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Now let's write them down so we have them to work with. Soy, eres, escribe, soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Okay, let's do a little practice with the verb ser. This is a practice quiz. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb ser. So you have your list. Número 1, nosotros, that's we. So you go to your list and you see that we is somos. Nosotros somos estudiantes de español. We are students of Spanish. Lucinda is a single female, so it's like ella. So you go to your form for ella, and you see it's es. Lucinda es profesora de matemáticas. She is professor of mathematics, a math professor. Yo soy de Puerto Rico. Ellos son buenos amigos. They are good friends. Ellos son buenos amigos. Tú eres muy optimista. And that's all there is to it. Bastante fácil una vez que lo tienes. It's not too hard once you figure out the 6 forms. Okay, now let's talk about question words. Here are some of the question words. Do you remember what they mean? ¿Qué is what? ¿Cuál, which or what? ¿Dónde, where? ¿Quién, who? ¿Cuándo, when? ¿Cómo, how? ¿Cuántos, cuántas, how many? So can you pick the correct question word to go into the sentences? Número 1, we've done this question before. Where are you from? The word for where is donde. So we're going to say de donde. And remember, question words have accents. All the question words have accents. De donde eres tú? Where are you from? Número dos. We've done this one. What's your name? Formally, we use como. Como with an accent. Se llama usted. What's your name? How many? Remember, how many is cuántos. ¿Cuántos estudiantes hay en la clase? How many students are in the class? Número cuatro, who. Who is quién? ¿Quién es esa chica? Who is that girl? Y finalmente, what is your telephone number? But instead of K, what is going to be cuál? ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Okay, let's review some vocabulary. Do we know these words? Pen can be pluma o bolígrafo. O pluma. Notebook, cuaderno. Backpack, remember 1L, mochila. Clock, reloj. And it means watch or clock. Repite, reloj, reloj. Chair, we know for sure is silla. Door is puerta. ¿Cuáles son los colores de la bandera estadounidense? What are the colors of the American flag? Rojo, blanco y azul. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? Mi color favorito es rojo, rojo. Okay, remember we did gender. Remember we did gender. You have to choose between el, la, los, o las. Borrador, borrador ends in R, so it's going to be el. El borrador. Lección ends in ION. Comunicación, conversación, lección, always la. Ciudades ends in DAD. Ciudad, comunidad, universidad, always la. In this case, las, because it's plural. Calculadora ends in A, so it's going to be la. Papeles ends in L, and it's plural, so it's going to be los. Los papeles, the papers. Y finalmente, luz is feminine, and it's plural, so las luces aquí. Hola, now we're going to review some numbers, okay? I know you know 1 through 10, but we're going to do it anyway, just in case. Por si acaso. Número 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10, 20, 21, 22, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's do 11 to 12 to 20 one more time. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's do the tens one more time. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Ahora, ¿cuántos hay? Remember, I means there is are and cuántos means how many. So how many are there? ¿Cuántos días hay en una semana? How many days are there in a week? Hay 7 días. There's 7 days. Hay 7 días. ¿Cuántos meses hay en un año? How many months are there in a year? Hay 12 meses. Hay 12 meses. ¿Cuántas horas hay en un día? Hay 24 horas. There's 24 hours. Hay 24 horas. ¿Cuántos minutos hay en una hora? How many minutes are there in an hour? Hay 60 minutos. Hay 60 minutos. ¿Cuántas semanas hay en un año? Hay 52 semanas. Hay 52 semanas. Okay, remember we can say our telephone number. Let's repeat the question. Repite. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Mi número es el... Practice with your number. Mi número es el 404-555-9373. ¿Y cuántos años tienes? How old are you? Tengo blank años. Practice those. Okay, now we're going to review some of the basic questions we did on our first day. We learned how to say, what's your name? How do we write that out? Let's write it out. ¿Cómo te llamas? And we learned how to say, where are you from? Remember that one? ¿De dónde eres? Now, can you tell me 3 different ways to say how are you? The formal way would be ¿Cómo está usted? Informal, how about ¿Qué tal? O ¿Cómo te va? How's it going? ¿Cómo te va? Okay? Okay, I'm going to show you a sample letter, una carta, like the one I asked you to do for homework, so you have an example to go with. Let's look at this letter together. It says, Hola, me llamo Jennifer. My name is Jennifer. Soy de Colorado. I'm from Colorado. Tengo 22 años. I'm 22 years old. Mi color favorito es el verde. My favorite color is green. Este semestre tengo 4 materias. This semester I have 4 courses. Soy alegre y extrovertida. I'm a happy and outgoing person. Tengo un gato anaranjado que se llama Señor Bigotes. I have an orange cat who is named Mr. Whiskers. Hasta la vista. See you later, Jennifer. Okay, so that's an example for your homework. Okay, now that's the end of our review. I'd like to show you some pictures of signs in Spanish from Calle Ocho. Calle Ocho. Calle means street, Ocho 8th, so 8th Street in Miami. This is just to show you that you can find Spanish here in the United States, around town. If you look at signs and things, you'll find a lot of Spanish. So let's take a look at some of these signs from Calle Ocho, 8th Street. This first picture is a picture of a famous Cuban restaurant called Versailles. It's located on 8th Street, Calle Ocho. Here's a picture of several men drinking Cuban coffee. Cuban coffee is really, really strong coffee with lots of sugar. And so you see here they're just getting together to talk and drink Cuban coffee. Of course, you can't take too long to drink your coffee because you have 20 minutes to parqueo para tomar café. Parking for having a coffee, 20 minutes. 20 minutos. Gracias. Here are some other drinks. Cerveza, you probably know. Agua is pretty important. Refrescos are soft drinks. This is an interesting business. It's actually una casa de empeños, which means a pawn shop. But they have pelucas, they have wigs and hair pieces for men, And they have joyería, which is jewels. Joyas are jewelry, and relojes. Relojes, we know relojes are watches, so jewelry and watches. And they do pierced ears, abrimos orejas. Here's another interesting negocio, business. Consultas espirituales, spiritual consultations. Se hacen alteraciones, they do alterations, and they restore photos, restauramos imágenes. Este es un estanco. Estanco means tobacco shop in Spanish, and Cuba is known for their cigars. So here we have Little Havana Cigar Incorporated. So es puros are cigars. Puros cubanos son muy famosos. They're very famous. Here's a place called El Gato Tuerto. Tuerto means one-eyed, so it's the one-eyed cat. Not everything on 8th Street is Cuban, although Cuban maybe is the dominant culture. Here's a Restaurante Salvadoreño, a restaurant from El Salvador. And here's one from Spain, Sabor de España. Sabor means flavor, so it's flavor from Spain. Alimentos, which is foods. Alimentos y vinos de España, foods and wines from Spain. You see they have the Market Deli, vinos, wines. Bocata means sandwich. Pescados, fish. Embutidos are sausages. And tapas. Tapas are small portions, sort of like our appetizers that normally you share with your friends. Okay. Librería Universal. ¿Qué significa librería? What does librería mean? You may be wrong. Librería means bookstore. Biblioteca means library. This here is a bilingual bookstore, not library. Librería Universal. Then there were all sorts of gallos. Gallos are roosters. Había muchos gallos. There were a lot of gallos on the street. Aquí hay un gallo torero, a bullfighting rooster. Y ya está. Nos vemos después del primer examen. Suerte.